Welcome back to our Global iTech Solution GITS Cypress channel on lecture 02. Before you starting this lecture, I highly encourage you to complete previous lecture related with this course. Let's get started and jump on the topics. So today we'll be learning about and discussing about install CypressIO, run sample test via test runner, customize the script block in the package.json file, create a README.md file. So now for the CypressIO, we'll go to our website. So this is our website hosted on the GitHub pages. Now if you click on the API and select CypressIO, then follow the links CypressIO on GitHub. So this is the actual Cypress GitHub account. Now if you scroll down, readme.md file, it says over here getting started. So click on the getting started and it says npm install cypress deb. Let's copy it and let's go back to our code, Visual Studio Code terminal. Okay, npm install cypress deb. Now this npm install cypress deb meaning save deb meanings it will save as a dependencies, deb dependencies. So you'll be seeing over here in a moment that dependencies, Cypress dependencies will be added over here. And also it will be creating all the dependencies, it will be storing inside the node modules. So if you expand that, you will be seeing over here it's coming .bin and everything. So you'll be seeing over here all the Cypress related, all the APIs, all the dependencies. So now you see the deb dependencies, it's coming into the place inside the package.json file. Now let's go back. After this, it says this is, we already done that. Directly download if you scroll down. And so this is pretty much for installing it, right? Now, once you install, how do you start the server? How do you execute your test, right? So this is the end-to-end test. If you come back over here, writing your first E2E test, if you clicked on it, you'll be seeing over here. So once you start opening it, right, assuming you install all the dependencies and you are trying to open up the Cypress, how do you gonna open your Cypress? So there is a command you can follow. The number one command, which is npx cypress open. If you run this command npx cypress open, it should be up and running your Cypress inside the package.json file. Now once I hit npx cypress open, it will saying you, oh, hey, it is look like first times. Let's download and install the latest version. Then it will open up your test runner dashboard. So from here, basically we're running E2E test, not the component test. So component tests are running as a developer, as they are adding the component in a project. So they are it's like as a unit test, component test, right? They're adding into their source code. So we'll be writing our end-to-end test as a user standpoint. Now let's click on the end-to-end test and we'll be adding all of the file, cypress.config file, support file, command file, and the example.json. Click continue. Then we'll be using Chrome browser, Edge, Electron, Firefox, all of them, but for now we'll be using starting with the Chrome browser. Also, you see on the top, on the top, automation -1 is our project name and E2E test. And this is what it is look like as a test runner dashboard, right? So now it says, hey, this is your new project. Now you want to add all the test cases from the scratch, or you can use example test cases and later on you can add it all the new test cases. Let's add example test cases, then we'll be adding new test cases. So this is our all test cases, right? Which is an example, sample test cases provided by the Cypress by default. Now, if you clicked one by one, let's say inside the getting started to do. So if you clicked on it, it will executing your test. On the left hand side, this is the debugging mode. You can see it by clicking on that, what's going on, right? All the assertions and the visit URLs, also the locators. And on the right hand side, this is what it is your website look like or apps look like. So now let's minimize this for now, and let's go back to our Visual Studio Code. And on the left hand side, you see the Cypress, it's being installed as a folder. Then underneath the Cypress, there is a download E2E features support, right? So we are working on the E2E test, which is an end-to-end test. And underneath the end-to-end test, we have the same folder, getting started, advanced examples. You can also take a look at it, at those example, and implement it, do the implementation in your test cases. Now let's go back into our original topics. So we'll be creating also customizing the script block and create a readme.md file. Now take a look over here what the command I used, npx cypress open. In order to open your test runner, you have to use this command, right? Instead of use this command over here, so you can create a variable inside script tag, npx cypress open, and you can put over here sciopen as a variable. So later on, if you typed, instead of npx cypress open, if you type npm run sciopen, which means npm run, it is running from the npm, then sciopen is a variable. So now hit enter. It's supposed to be working the same way it was working before. It will open up your dashboard, end-to-end test, Chrome browser, starting E2E test. So this is for debugging purpose, right? Executing the test cases. So you can see on the left hand side and the right hand side all the debug on a debug mode, like it is properly executing or not, right? Let's go back into our Visual Studio Code again. Now this is, we customize it, our script into our command into the script tags. Now create a readme.md file. So each project supposed to be each project should have a readme.md file as an instruction, how as a newcomer or new joinee or new people, like they're joining a project, they can read the instruction in the readme.md file and follow the process. So what we did first times, so we did Node.js installation as a prerequirement Node.js installation, install Node.js. Then the second one, install Java, then download or install VS Code, then creating your project, which is the command you are using, npm install cypress save dev. So this is going to be your install cypress. Then running your project, running your Cypress project, you use executing test using via test runner npx run npx open Cypress, right? and executing your executing test via script block, which is npm run CyOpen. That's all. That's pretty much it, like that, from beginning to end. So today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching this lecture. Stay tuned for upcoming lecture for the rest of the course. Thank you.